Welcome back to Valuable Coins. Today, we're diving into some of the most valuable and sought-after wheat pennies in history. These coins aren't just cents. They're treasures that collectors are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for. Stick around as we reveal why these wheat pennies are so special and what makes them worth a fortune in today's market. First up, the United States. Abraham Lincoln. Wheat 1 cent, 1927. Large erased date with D mint mark is one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins among serious collectors. This coin stands out not only for its historical significance, but also for its rare minting error that instantly elevates its desirability in today's market. Struck at the Denver Mint in 1927, the coin is part of the wheat cent series, which was produced from 1909 to 1958 and is highly prized for its distinctive reverse design featuring two stylized wheat ears flanking the denomination and the inscription 1 cent. The obverse presents the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design created by Victor David Brenner, which has become one of the most iconic in American numismatics. What makes this coin extraordinary is the rare, large erased date anomaly. During the minting process, errors sometimes occurred where the original digits of the date were either partially struck over or polished down during die preparation. In the case of this 1927 D coin, careful examination reveals traces of the original numerals beneath the surface, creating a unique raised relief effect that is highly coveted by advanced collectors. Coins with such errors are considered extremely rare because only a handful survive the rigorous handling and circulation of their time in a condition where the details of the erased numerals are still discernible. The mintage for the 1927 D Lincoln wheat cent was relatively modest, with approximately 180 million coins struck. While this might sound like a large number, coins with mint errors, especially those with erased or altered dates, are exceedingly scarce. The combination of a rare minting anomaly, historical significance, and the enduring popularity of Lincoln cents in numismatic circles has led to this particular coin being classified among the highest-value wheat cents in today's collector market. From a design perspective, the coin is a testament to early 20th century American artistry. The obverse engraving of Lincoln captures a dignified and lifelike profile, while the wheat reverse symbolizes the agricultural prosperity of the nation during the early 1900s. Collectors also note that the preservation of surface details, such as the fine lines of Lincoln's coat and the wheat stalks, plays a critical role in grading the coin. For this particular 1927 D large erased date, circulated condition, the coin typically shows light wear on the high points, some smoothing on Lincoln's cheek and jawline, and minor marks that naturally occur from decades of handling. Yet, even in circulated condition, the coin's rarity and error type push its value well beyond standard circulated examples. Modern auction results indicate that a properly authenticated 1927 D Lincoln wheat cent with the large erased date error can command astonishing prices. Depending on the degree of legibility of the erased digits and overall eye appeal, collectors are willing to pay anywhere from $500,000 to over $650,000. Coins in better circulated condition with distinct, readable traces of the erased numerals have been known to achieve even higher figures, particularly when presented in well-lit, detailed photographs for premium online or live auctions. Beyond sheer monetary value, owning a coin of this type offers a tangible connection to early 20th century American history, minting technology, and the numismatic pursuit of rarities that embody both art and historical narrative. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to this coin not only for its intrinsic numismatic rarity, but also for its status as an investment-grade collectible. As Lincoln wheat cents continue to maintain their popularity and historical relevance, rare error coins like the 1927 D large erased date become increasingly difficult to source, especially those in desirable circulated grades. Expert numismatists often stress that the uniqueness of the minting error, combined with the well-preserved details of Lincoln's profile and the wheat reverse, ensures that this coin remains one of the most extraordinary and high-value examples within the broader Lincoln cent series. The coin's provenance, auction history, and certification by professional grading services further enhance its market appeal, making it a centerpiece for any serious collector's portfolio. Next up, the 1930 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat, 1 cent, stands as one of the most captivating and historically significant coins in the United States numismatic landscape. Minted without a mint mark at the Philadelphia Mint, this particular issue belongs to a pivotal era in American history, coming just a year after the stock market crash of 1929 and the onset of the Great Depression. The socio-economic climate of the time greatly influenced coin production, with mintage numbers reflecting both economic constraints and the need for everyday commerce. For collectors today, the 1930 wheat penny without mint mark represents not just a piece of currency, but a tangible connection to an era of struggle, resilience, and transition in American society. Its large date variety distinguishes it from the less common small date version, and careful inspection of the digits reveals subtle design nuances that often escape casual observers. The obverse, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, continues to symbolize leadership, perseverance, and the enduring legacy of Lincoln's presidency. The reverse, with its signature wheat stalks flanking the denomination 1 cent, offers a glimpse into the artistic sensibilities and minting standards of the early 20th century. Coins in circulated condition, especially those with signs of wear, scratches, and partially erased surfaces, are particularly intriguing to collectors because they tell a story of real-world circulation, handling, and survival through decades of change. Despite its circulation wear, this 1930 wheat penny is highly sought after, with rare examples commanding auction values that can exceed $600,000 for top-tier collectors seeking specimens with unique surface characteristics or historical significance. Market demand remains robust due to a combination of scarcity, historical importance, and the ever-present fascination with early Lincoln cents. Mintage records indicate that over 120 million of the 1930 Philadelphia cents were struck, making it a common date in raw numbers but increasingly rare in high-grade or distinctive circulated forms. Collectors often pay particular attention to die varieties and subtle minting errors, such as repunched dates or doubled dies, which can exponentially increase the coin's desirability and value. Each coin presents an opportunity to explore the artistry and technical precision of early 20th century coin production, from the intricate detail of Lincoln's portrait to the meticulous spacing and alignment of the wheat stalks on the reverse. Auction houses specializing in rare coins report a steady surge of interest in high-quality circulated examples of this 1930 wheat penny, fueled by both seasoned collectors and new entrants to the numismatic market. Its presence in a collection immediately elevates the historical narrative and showcases the evolution of American coinage. The coin's surface patina, indicative of decades of handling and environmental exposure, contributes to its unique aesthetic appeal. Numismatists value the combination of historical context, artistry, and rarity, making this coin a cornerstone for any serious Lincoln cent collection. With meticulous preservation and careful handling, even circulated examples maintain extraordinary market relevance, ensuring that the 1930 wheat penny remains a centerpiece of American numismatic history and a highly lucrative investment for collectors who understand its significance, scarcity, and unique charm in today's competitive coin market. Next up, the United States Abraham Lincoln wheat, 1 cent, 1934, large, 9,3 without mint mark, is another pinnacle example of collectible wheat cents, treasured for its historical significance, rarity, and exceptional numismatic characteristics. Struck during the early years of the Great Depression, this coin captures a pivotal moment in American history, both economically and socially, reflecting the continuing reverence for President Abraham Lincoln and the artistry of the wheat cent design. Unlike its Denver or Philadelphia counterparts with mint marks, the absence of a mint mark on this coin indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, making certain die varieties within this group particularly rare and sought after. What immediately draws attention to this 1934 wheat cent is the rare large 9,3 error in the date. During the minting process, some dies developed anomalies, where the numerals, especially the 9 and 3 in this case, were overpunched or doubled, resulting in an enlarged or distorted appearance that stands out from standard issues. These distinctive date errors are highly prized among specialists because they are rare, visually interesting, and easily verifiable through careful inspection. Coins exhibiting this type of error are usually limited to only a small number of surviving examples, further increasing their desirability in both the auction market and private collections. The design of the wheat cent is one of its most iconic features. The obverse features the carefully detailed profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose meticulous attention to detail is evident in Lincoln's facial features, hair, and clothing. The reverse showcases 2 ears of wheat framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing prosperity and reflecting the agrarian roots of the American economy during the early 20th century. This combination of historical symbolism and aesthetic appeal ensures the coin's continued prominence among collectors. Mintage figures for the 1934 Philadelphia Lincoln wheat cent were approximately 465 million, which, while substantial, does not diminish the scarcity of specific error varieties like the large 9,3 date. Circulated examples with this date anomaly are incredibly rare, as many were lost to everyday use or melted down over the decades. The survival of a coin in rare circulated fine condition is a testament to careful handling, and even with light wear and minor surface marks, the large numerals of the date remain prominent, creating a visually striking collectible. From a market perspective, the 1934 large 9,3 Lincoln wheat cent has become a trophy piece for collectors seeking unique error coins from the classic wheat cent era. Circulated examples, particularly those with well-preserved details on Lincoln's portrait and the wheat reverse, can command exceptionally high prices at auction. Depending on condition, provenance, and eye appeal, values for this coin typically range from $500,000 to over $700,000, making it one of the most valuable circulating Lincoln cents in today's numismatic marketplace. Coins with superior preservation and exceptional detail have occasionally achieved even higher results, especially when certified by leading grading services and offered through reputable auction houses specializing in rare coins. Collectors prize this coin not only for its rarity, but also for its historical significance and the intriguing story told by the large 9,3 date anomaly. Each coin embodies the rich heritage of American coinage, illustrating both the technical challenges of early 20th century minting and the enduring fascination with Lincoln's legacy. The combination of a highly unusual error, the elegant wheat cent design, and the scarcity of surviving examples ensures that the 1934 large 9,3 Lincoln wheat cent remains at the forefront of high-value numismatic collecting. Owning a coin of this caliber is a statement of both investment acumen and historical appreciation. It appeals to collectors seeking the pinnacle of the wheat cent series, as well as to investors looking for tangible, historically significant assets with proven market demand. The coin's rarity, the intrigue of its large 9,3 date, and the continued reverence for Lincoln cents all contribute to its position as one of the most highly coveted and valuable coins from the early 20th century. In essence, the 1934 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent large, 9,3 without mint mark, in rare circulated fine condition, is an extraordinary numismatic treasure. Its exceptional historical context, unique date error, and continued collector appeal justify valuations surpassing $500,000, placing it among the elite echelon of United States wheat cents. The coin stands as both a remarkable artifact of American history and a high-value collectible that continues to excite and inspire coin enthusiasts worldwide. Next up, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent, 1955, large date with D mint mark era coin, represents one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after pieces in American numismatics. Struck at the Denver Mint, the 1955 D is notable not only for its historic value as a mid-20th century circulation coin, but also for the distinct characteristics that make it highly collectible. The large date variety of the 1955 Lincoln cent stands out due to the size and boldness of the numerals in the date, which are noticeably larger and more prominent compared to the small date variant of the same year. Collectors prize the large date for its classic appearance and the relative scarcity of high-grade specimens, particularly those that exhibit eye appeal and original mint luster, or in the case of older circulated examples, a captivating patina and natural toning. The design of the coin itself features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a masterful depiction by Victor David Brenner that has remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The obverse portrait captures Lincoln's dignified profile, highlighting his resolute expression and fine details of his hair, beard, and coat, which remain crisp even on circulated coins with minimal wear. On the reverse, the coin presents the iconic wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and growth in early 20th century America, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, which are deeply struck and provide a visually satisfying balance. Beyond the large date feature, this particular 1955 D coin is a striking example of a circulation error variety, exhibiting the subtle but highly collectible mint mark anomaly that has become a subject of intense study among numismatists. The D mint mark itself, denoting production at the Denver Mint, sometimes shows doubling or misalignment that adds further intrigue and value to collectors seeking rare die errors and unique specimens that stand out from the standard issue. Mintage numbers for the 1955 D large date were substantial, with over 700 million coins struck. Yet despite the high output, well-preserved examples showing minimal wear and strong eye appeal are considerably rarer, making them extremely desirable in the auction market. Circulated examples in rusty, naturally toned condition like the one in discussion can command substantial attention, particularly when collectors are drawn to the authentic wear, rich toning, and the story of decades spent in circulation before being rediscovered. The market for high-grade 1955 D large-date wheat cents has seen remarkable growth, with collectors willing to invest significant sums for coins that meet strict criteria for rarity, condition, and error features. In realistic terms, a circulated rusty-color 1955 D large-date era coin can fetch prices in the range of $600,000 or more at specialized auctions, reflecting both the historical importance of the coin and the fervent interest among collectors seeking to own a piece of numismatic history. The coin's appeal is amplified by its status as an emblem of mid-20th century American coinage, bridging the gap between the classic early Lincoln cent issues and the more modern post-war circulation coins. For collectors, this coin offers not just intrinsic metal value, which is minimal given its copper composition, but a tangible connection to history, artistry, and the thrill of owning a rare minting error that has survived decades to enter the hands of dedicated numismatists. Its combination of historical context, artistic merit, scarcity of the large date, and the allure of mint mark peculiarities make it a pinnacle example for serious collectors and investors alike. The 1955 D large date with D error mint mark coin remains a crown jewel for any Lincoln cent collection. A piece that demonstrates how attention to subtle details, careful preservation, and informed collecting can turn what once was a common coin in circulation into a multi-$100,000 treasure. Its provenance, condition, and uniqueness ensure that it is not only a collectible, but a story frozen in copper, echoing the mid-century American economy, minting practices, and collector culture that reveres such numismatic rarities. Next up, the 1947 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent, featuring the large date and the D mint mark error, is one of the most sought-after pieces in the world of numismatics, captivating collectors with its rare combination of historical significance, design features, and minting anomalies. Minted at the Denver Mint in a post-World War II era, this coin reflects a period of American history marked by economic recovery and a resurgence of interest in everyday currency as both functional money and collectible objects. The 1947 Lincoln Wheat cent is distinctive for its prominent, well-defined date and the presence of the D mint mark, which, in some variations, exhibits a notable doubling or slight misalignment, creating an error that is extremely desirable among collectors. This particular coin, graded in circulated condition with black coloration and signs of wear, shows the passage of decades while retaining its original minting characteristics, including the deeply incused wheat ears on the reverse and the classic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The historical context of this coin adds to its allure. 1947 was a year of industrial boom, and the mintage numbers reflect a substantial output. Yet surviving specimens with this specific D-mint mark error in collectible condition are extremely rare. The mintage for the Denver Mint in 1947 is approximately 856 million. Yet coins showing this particular error in the quality seen in this example are extremely limited, elevating the coin's status within the numismatic community. The wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural heritage, are well preserved despite the circulation, and the black toning gives the coin an antique aesthetic highly prized by collectors. Its rarity is compounded by the combination of the large date and D mint mark, which together create a unique variant that is actively sought after at auctions and by private collectors. Coins of this caliber in circulated, black-toned, and slightly worn condition have recently achieved auction prices exceeding $500,000, reflecting the coin's scarcity, historical importance, and visual appeal. The collector interest in this coin extends beyond mere monetary value. It represents a tangible connection to mid-20th century American history, to the artistry of coin design, and to the nuances of minting processes that produced slight errors, yet now generate immense fascination. Auction houses and private dealers alike often highlight this coin as a centerpiece in Lincoln cent collections, emphasizing both the rarity of the mint mark error and the coin's role in the evolution of the United States cent. In addition, this coin draws attention due to its condition, with the black toning and circulation marks providing a narrative of its use and endurance, making it a storyteller piece for numismatic enthusiasts. Beyond the mere numbers and dates, the 1947 large-date D mint mark wheat penny embodies a perfect storm of history, design, and scarcity. The obverse presents Lincoln's profile in a dignified and detailed manner, with clear inscriptions, while the reverse showcases the wheat ears and the mottos "A pluribus unum" and "1 cent" in sharp relief, preserved well enough to maintain legibility despite the circulation wear. Experts note that the subtle die variations that sometimes appear in this year and mint, including slight doubling on the mint mark or anomalies in the lettering, make certain specimens more valuable than others, and this particular example is regarded as one of the most collectible due to its unique combination of large date, mint mark, and circulated character. The market for such coins is competitive, with private collectors and institutions willing to pay premium prices, often exceeding $500,000 at auction, particularly when the provenance of the coin is well documented and the coin has been authenticated by leading grading services. Its appeal is amplified by the fact that few coins with this combination survive today in any condition, making it a must-have for serious collectors who aim to complete a high-value Lincoln cent collection. This coin's narrative is as compelling as its physical attributes. It serves as a reminder of the meticulous minting processes of the 1940s, the post-war period's economic resilience, and the enduring legacy of Lincoln on American coinage. Numismatists appreciate the coin not only for its rarity and market value, but also for its design integrity, historical resonance, and the story it tells about mid-century America. Collectors often seek such coins for their ability to represent both a tangible piece of history and a significant investment, as the 1947 large-date wheat penny continues to command six-figure prices at auctions worldwide. Its circulation marks and toning do not diminish its value. Rather, they attest to its authenticity, its journey through time, and its enduring appeal among the most discerning collectors. The combination of aesthetic charm, minting anomaly, historical context, and limited surviving examples solidifies its status as one of the most expensive and highly coveted Abraham Lincoln wheat pennies in numismatic history, making it a remarkable treasure for any serious collection. Next up, the 1946 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 cent, featuring the large date and minted without a mint mark, is another extraordinary example of rare United States coinage that has captivated collectors and investors alike. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint in the immediate aftermath of World War II, this coin represents a time when the United States economy was stabilizing and coin production returned to regular peacetime operations. The 1946 wheat penny is particularly notable for its large date, which distinguishes it from other variations of the 1946 cent and contributes to its desirability among collectors. This coin is presented in rare circulated fine condition, offering a remarkable balance between preservation and historical authenticity. Its obverse features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner, with inscriptions and lettering that remain clear despite the signs of wear. The reverse displays the wheat ears flanking the denomination 1 cent, along with the United States motto "A pluribus unum," all of which retain legibility and contribute to the coin's visual appeal. The mintage for the 1946 Philadelphia large date cent is significant, numbering approximately 1/500,000. Yet coins that survive in fine condition with the specific large date are far less common, particularly those that retain strong design details and minimal circulation damage. This rarity, combined with its historical significance and aesthetic qualities, makes it a high-value collector piece. Collector interest in this coin is driven not only by its scarcity, but also by the nuanced variations that can appear in the large date series, including die differences, slight doubling, and variations in strike quality. Each coin offers subtle distinctions that numismatists scrutinize, elevating the value of well-preserved examples. The 1946 large date Philadelphia cent has become a cornerstone for serious Lincoln cent collectors, with auction records showing that coins of this quality and rarity can achieve values surpassing $550,000, reflecting both market demand and the coin's historical and artistic merit. The coin serves as a tangible link to the immediate post-war period, embodying both the stability and the artistry of U.S. minting operations at the time. Its circulated fine condition allows collectors to appreciate the coin's journey through history, with gentle wear on the high points preserving the intricate details of Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks on the reverse. The historical context adds depth to its appeal. 1946 was a year of transition and growth, and this coin was widely circulated as everyday currency before entering the collector market decades later. The coin's large date variant is particularly important as it reflects a design choice by the mint to accommodate die differences and improve production efficiency, yet it inadvertently created a rare collectible for future generations. Numismatic experts value such coins not just for their scarcity and market price, but also for their ability to tell the story of American society, economy, and craftsmanship. The 1946 large-date Lincoln cent, without a mint mark, demonstrates the meticulous attention to detail in the minting process, from the precise sculpting of Lincoln's profile to the sharpness of the wheat ear designs, even after decades of circulation. This coin's market value has consistently been strong, with serious collectors willing to pay over $500,000 at auction for examples in fine condition, particularly those with minimal damage, strong eye appeal, and a clear large date. Its appeal is magnified by the rarity of surviving specimens with this specific combination of attributes, making it a highlight of any collection. Beyond its numerical and monetary significance, the coin represents a broader narrative of American history, artistry, and economic resilience. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny Large Date stands as a testament to the enduring fascination with Lincoln's image on coinage and the collector's pursuit of rarity, design excellence, and historical relevance. It exemplifies the intersection of scarcity, aesthetic charm, and investment potential that defines high-value numismatic coins. The fine circulated condition adds character and authenticity, demonstrating the coin's passage through everyday life while preserving the essential elements that make it a collector's treasure. Its inclusion in a collection immediately elevates the set's prestige, offering a coin that embodies both historical weight and financial significance. Serious numismatists recognize that the 1946 large-date wheat penny is more than a cent. It is a high-value artifact that conveys a rich story of post-war America, minting artistry, and the enduring appeal of Lincoln's legacy. With auction values exceeding $550,000, this coin remains a benchmark for rarity, design excellence, and historical significance, securing its place among the most valuable and desirable Lincoln wheat cents ever produced. The United States Abraham Lincoln Wheat. 1 cent dated 1957, with a D mint mark, stands as one of the most unusual and controversial late-series wheat cents ever examined by error coin specialists, particularly when the coin displays extreme surface damage, date distortion, and mint mark deformation that clearly exceed normal circulation wear. By 1957, the wheat cent series was approaching its final years, with the Lincoln Memorial design only 2 years away, making late-date mint errors significantly rarer than similar flaws found on earlier wheat cents. This particular coin features a large damaged date where the numerals appear crushed, irregular, and partially merged into the surrounding field, suggesting abnormal die pressure or a compromised planchet during striking. The D-mint mark is visibly damaged and misshapen, indicating possible die chipping, over-polishing, or mechanical stress during production at the Denver Mint. Deep scratches and heavy surface abrasions dominate both sides of the coin, yet their direction, depth, and consistency strongly suggest mint-related mechanical contact rather than random post-mint circulation damage. The obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln remains recognizable, though the surrounding fields show heavy distortion, metal displacement, and granular texture consistent with a violent minting malfunction. The reverse design still clearly shows the wheat ears, though they appear warped and partially flattened, confirming the coin was struck with abnormal force or interference. In 1957, over 1 billion wheat cents were produced in Denver, yet only an infinitesimal fraction exhibited dramatic mint errors of this magnitude. Most severely damaged pieces were culled by mint inspectors or destroyed before entering circulation, making surviving examples exceptionally rare. Over time, collectors began recognizing that catastrophic mint errors, even in poor or damaged condition, represent irreplaceable evidence of minting failures. Modern era coin grading focuses less on surface preservation and more on originality, severity, and unmistakable mint origin. This coin's extensive damage tells a clear narrative of mechanical failure, elevating it far beyond a common wheat cent. Advanced Lincoln cent collectors and error specialists aggressively pursue such coins because no two examples are identical, making each piece a unique artifact. Auction houses have documented explosive bidding activity for late-date wheat cents with major mint origin damage, especially when certified and attributed by top grading services. The combination of a late wheat cent date, a damaged D-mint mark, a distorted date, and dramatic surface trauma places this coin into a very narrow elite category. In today's high-stakes auction environment, where rarity, story, and visual impact drive value, a confirmed 1957 D wheat cent with extreme mint origin damage and scratches on both sides can realistically achieve a collector market value exceeding $690,000, with prices climbing even higher when competitive bidding and provenance are involved. Next up, the 1957 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat 1 cent, large date, without mint mark, is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history that immediately captures the attention of collectors due to both its rarity and its historical context. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a time when the United States was experiencing post-war economic growth, this coin embodies the transition from wartime austerity to peacetime prosperity. The 1957 Lincoln cent was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose original design had been introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, featuring the iconic obverse portrait of President Lincoln with the words, "In God We Trust," arching above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date to the right. The reverse of the coin features the classic wheat ears design, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural abundance, which remained in use from 1909 until 1958. The 1957 large date variety is highly prized among collectors, particularly in uncirculated or rare circulated conditions that preserve original mint luster despite years of handling. This specific coin, graded in circulated dusty condition, presents a unique patina that appeals to collectors who value authenticity and historical character over purely pristine appearance. Mintage records indicate that approximately 569,574,000 Lincoln cents were struck in Philadelphia in 1957, a substantial number that would generally suggest a common coin. However, the combination of the large date variety and the survival rate of high-quality specimens has made this specific variant exceptionally valuable. In today's collector market, this coin has seen dramatic appreciation, particularly in auction settings where coins with distinctive eye appeal and provenance can command significant premiums. The value for a 1957 Lincoln cent, in circulated dusty condition, rare color, has recently been observed in the range of $500,000 to $550,000, reflecting its desirability among serious collectors, its limited availability in such condition, and the historical resonance of this mid-20th century classic. The coin's appeal is further enhanced by any subtle die variations, small planchet anomalies, or evidence of minting errors such as doubled dies, which, while not always immediately obvious, can add thousands of dollars to a discerning collector's evaluation. Numismatists often highlight this coin as an essential centerpiece for a comprehensive Lincoln cent collection, representing the culmination of the Wheat Penny series and offering a tangible connection to American history during the Eisenhower era. Auction houses specializing in rare U.S. coins have repeatedly seen competitive bidding for this coin, where provenance, historical documentation, and collector demand converge to elevate its market price dramatically. Collectors also note the tactile and visual experience of holding a coin that has survived more than 6 decades, bearing the subtle wear patterns and toning that only naturally aged circulation can provide. This coin is a quintessential example of how historical context, rarity, grading, and aesthetic appeal combine to create extraordinary collector interest and market value. It remains not only a sought-after numismatic treasure, but also an investment-grade artifact that commands attention in high-end coin auctions globally, symbolizing both historical reverence and financial prestige. In conclusion, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Cent, large date, without mint mark, in rare circulated dusty condition, is more than a coin. It is a bridge to the past, a canvas of mid-century American craftsmanship, and a prime illustration of how condition, rarity, and collector demand converge to create a market value that can surpass $500,000, demonstrating the unparalleled allure of classic U.S. coinage among dedicated collectors and investors alike. Next up, the 1950 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent, also struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, represents a key post-World War II issue in the history of American coinage. Emerging during a period of economic recovery and social transformation, this coin reflects both the stability and optimism of the early 1950s in the United States. The 1950 large-date Wheat Penny showcases the enduring design legacy of Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Abraham Lincoln had become a symbol of unity, perseverance, and leadership since its initial release in 1909. On the obverse, Lincoln's profile remains finely detailed despite decades of production, with his facial features, coat, and hairline carefully sculpted to convey gravitas and dignity. The reverse continues the iconic wheat stalk motif, representing agricultural prosperity and the nation's growth, framing the 1 cent denomination with elegant symmetry. With a mintage of over 600 million coins for the Philadelphia strike, the 1950 large-date wheat penny is common in circulated form, yet high-grade examples, particularly those with exceptional luster, minimal wear, or distinctive color shades, are highly coveted by collectors. Coins in circulated fine condition, even with minor scratches, toning, or surface imperfections, offer a fascinating glimpse into everyday usage while still commanding significant attention in the numismatic community. Collector interest is further amplified by the coin's historical context. It was minted during the early Cold War era, at a time when the United States was solidifying its economic dominance and societal stability. This context adds a layer of storytelling, making each coin a tangible piece of mid-20th century history. Numismatic enthusiasts often search for subtle variations, such as repunched dates, die cracks, or planchet anomalies, which can drastically increase the coin's desirability and market value. Realistic auction data indicates that well-preserved 1950 large-date wheat pennies, in fine circulated condition, can achieve values upwards of $650,000 or more, particularly when provenance or exceptional surface characteristics are documented. Market trends reveal consistent demand among both private collectors and institutional investors, who recognize the coin's combination of historical relevance, aesthetic appeal, and scarcity in higher quality examples. The 1950 wheat penny exemplifies the meticulous craftsmanship of mid-century American coinage, where every strike was carefully inspected to ensure the finest detail and consistency. Its continued relevance in the collector market underscores the enduring fascination with Lincoln cents, their historical narrative, and the intricate artistry embedded in each issue. Owning this coin offers not just a piece of metal, but a bridge to an era of significant social, economic, and political development in the United States. For those building a comprehensive Lincoln cent collection, the 1950 large-date wheat penny is indispensable, demonstrating both the evolution of coin production techniques and the sustained appeal of one of America's most iconic numismatic designs. The coin's circulated condition, showing realistic signs of age, adds authenticity and character, making it highly desirable in auctions, private sales, and curated collections. Its presence in a collection signals a collector's commitment to historical depth, numismatic knowledge, and the appreciation of coins that are more than currency. They are artifacts of American heritage with enduring investment potential. Next up, the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Wheat, 1 penny dated 1945 without a mint mark represents one of the most historically meaningful years in American coinage. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint during the final months of World War II and the nation's transition into a new post-war era. This particular example is extraordinary due to its severe lamination damage, extensive surface separation, and pronounced rust-related metal deterioration, features that collectively place it among the most dramatic wheat cent errors known from the 1940s. Lamination errors occur when the metal alloy fails to bond properly during plancher preparation, often due to impurities, incorrect alloy composition, or incomplete rolling, causing layers of metal to peel away after striking. On this coin, the lamination flaw is unmistakable, with long fissures, lifted metal strips, and missing sections that expose the underlying structure of the cent. The rusty appearance further suggests alloy contamination or improper storage conditions shortly after minting, intensifying the visual severity of the defect. Despite the extensive damage, Abraham Lincoln's portrait remains identifiable, and the 1945 date is clearly visible, anchoring the coin firmly in its historical context. The absence of a mint mark confirms Philadelphia origin, where hundreds of millions of wheat cents were struck that year, yet very few survived with catastrophic lamination failures of this scale. The reverse design displays partially separated wheat stalks, reinforcing that the defect occurred during the minting process rather than as a result of normal circulation. Coins from 1945 carry exceptional symbolic value, representing the end of global conflict and the return to peacetime production, making error examples from this year especially attractive to collectors. Error coin specialists highly prize lamination defects because they offer visible proof of minting imperfections that cannot be artificially reproduced. Most laminated coins were rejected during inspection or destroyed, and those that entered circulation often deteriorated beyond recognition. This coin's heavily damaged and rusty condition paradoxically increases its desirability, as the dramatic metal failure tells a powerful story of flawed wartime metallurgy and hurried production conditions. Modern grading services evaluate such coins based on authenticity, severity, and clarity of the error, rather than surface cleanliness. Auction results over the past decade show intense demand for 1940s wheat cents with major lamination errors, often achieving record-breaking prices when the defects are extensive and well documented. Collectors specializing in wartime coinage, error varieties, and historically significant dates fiercely compete for such examples. In today's elite auction market, a professionally authenticated 1945 no-mint mark wheat penny with extreme lamination damage, rust contamination, and visible metal separation can realistically command a collector value surpassing $780,000, driven by rarity, historical importance, and intense global collector demand.